Hello, everyone. My name is Patrick, and today I will talk about the importance of listening. So, try to make it a habit to listen a lot, especially at the first stages of your language learning journey. Actually, what listening does is that it allows you to see the language as a whole, as an entity, by allowing your brain to passively recognize the patterns, the sounds, the stress on the words, the hard and soft letters, the intonation, and so on, all of which consists of developing a decent, clear pronunciation by the time you'd seriously be starting off with the speaking phase. So I'd recommend that you buy yourself an audiobook course for beginners, such as, for example, Assimil or Teach Yourself or any other book for that matter. And for the record, I'm not affiliated with any of these courses. They're just decent courses that you could be using as a starter. Alternatively, you can listen to podcasts that offer materials for beginners if you're just starting out with a language. And so just start by listening intensively to the content offered in these books before you seriously start worrying about speaking the language per se. So what you can do as well is listen to music in your target language, most preferably to songs that fit your taste, that rhyme, and that have a relatively easy vocabulary for you. In fact, rhyming makes it easier to retain the words and the sounds associated to them. So try to relax and let every bit of sound soak into your brain. Try as much as possible to avoid asking yourself a lot of questions regarding the sounds you're listening to, like, for example, why does this letter become softer in front of this letter? Or why is this word pronounced like this or that, etc. It's actually it's a bit like questioning your own existence on this planet, to which you're never getting rational answer for, right? It's just as it is, and you'll have to accept it the way it is. For example, when I started learning Russian a couple of months ago, I have noticed that my pronunciation has tremendously improved, especially after having spent hours upon hours on listening to Russian music and Russian podcasts, such as, for example, Russian with Max or Russian Progress, which is in fact super adapted to my current level of Russian right now. One very important thing to do at a later intermediary stage is to listen to interesting yet comprehensible input. Not everything will be comprehensible, of course. Perhaps 60 to 80% is already great in my personal opinion. Now, every time I attempt to speak in Russian, especially while doing monologues, since I'm still not actually very comfortable speaking with native speakers and so on, the words come out of my mouth as if they were coming out of a song that I have listened to or a video that I have watched. This is one of the amazing things that your brain does to you. Not only does it memorize words per se, but it actually goes about memorizing the sounds linked to these words and phrases. So basically, the more input you receive, the more output you will be able to produce. This is a general rule in regards to language, to learning a foreign language, in my opinion. Kids are exposed to tremendous amounts of linguistic data by listening to and engaging in a language before starting to speak in full sentences. Do you ever wonder why people who attend language classes most of the time fail to speak? Well, one of the reasons could be the lack of listening they get. The teacher is always busy with teaching them grammar rules and conjugation in order for the students to sit for an exam, giving very little interest in developing a good oral comprehension of the language. Students even end up at times not knowing really how the language sounds like or how it is really spoken on the streets. So that was it for tip number 6. I hope this tip was useful for you all. Wishing you always health and inner peace. Goodbye. Until the next time.